Hi everyone, Shane here with my predictions for match week 37 in the Premier League. Right, let's get going then. I've gone for a 2-1 victory for Everton over Burnley in the first game up tonight. Then on to tomorrow, I've gone for a 2-1 victory for Spurs over Bournemouth. I reckon Spurs will bounce back from their shock defeat to West Ham. Speaking of West Ham, they take on Southampton. I've gone for a 2-1 victory for the Hammers in that one. Relegated Fulham travel to Molineux. I've gone for a 1-0 victory for Wolves. Cardiff look to be going the same way. They tried to tackle Crystal Palace. I don't think they will do. However, and I've gone for a 1-0 victory for Crystal Palace. Then in the evening game tomorrow night, it kicks off at 7:45. I've gone for a 2-1 victory for Liverpool over Newcastle. Liverpool basically have to win. If they don't win and Liverpool lose, Manchester City could wrap up the title on Monday evening. If it's a draw, it's basically Manchester City's title anyway. So Liverpool have to win. They have to win. They really do. Whether they will or not, it's a dicey situation because they were obviously humbled in Barcelona in midweek thanks to Lionel Messi. Liverpool should have got a couple of goals, mind you, but they never came. They were very unlucky. And Barcelona took their chances and Liverpool didn't. Basically, the difference and the double looks have gone out the window, but when there's smoke, there's fire, shall we say. And fingers crossed, but looks like after all Liverpool's hard work all season, they're going to end up with nothing. But whoop-de-doo, Groundhog Day once again. Another year, the same old story. By the looks of things, hopefully I'm on here this time next week saying we're ready to lift the Premier League title and we've overturned a 3-goal deficit against Barcelona. But that's a big ask, a very tall ask. But sure, we'll see what happens. And yeah, just hope and pray really. It's in the lap of the gods at this stage. On Sunday's fixtures, I've gone for a 2-0 victory for Chelsea over Watford in the London Derby. Huddersfield take on struggling Manchester United. I've gone for a 2-0 victory for Manchester United, but Huddersfield, as hard as they try, they cannot beat anybody, even though they take on Manchester United this weekend, who decide to turn on and off the tap whenever it suits them. So I reckon they're just going to win 2-0 this weekend. Manchester United, as Huddersfield are not Premier League quality. Apologies to all Huddersfield fans, by the way. They're a bunch of triers, but and a miracle that they stayed in the league last season. So they're going in the right direction, but dropping a division because they cannot score goals. And usually that spells trouble. Right, Arsenal take on Brighton. I've gone for a 3-0 victory for Arsenal. After their good victory in the Europa League yesterday evening. And then on to Monday evening. I'm hoping and praying for a miracle in this game that Brendan Rodgers, former Liverpool manager, is going to pull off a draw of any kind. 0-0, 1-1, 2-2, whatever it is. Just let it be a draw. I've gone for a 1-1 draw, but fingers crossed, but doesn't look like it's going to happen, does it? Well, As somebody once said, football's a funny old game. Let's hope that that person's right in this case, and we'll be on about a Premier League title come this day week. Hopefully it'll be in Liverpool's hands to go and win it, and when I'm back to my end of season review, hopefully we'll be on about one of the most epic Premier League title races ever, having had a great conclusion for Liverpool fans for the first time in 29 years. But it's a forlorn dream at this stage. But let's hope for the best. Right, my Super 6 predictions. 2 are Premier League games, you've heard them already. And there are 4 games from Sky Bet League 2. This weekend, I'm sure there's Super 6 on Sunday as well, as the Championship season reaches its climax. But we'll see. I've gone for a 2-0 victory for MK Dons over Mansfield. I've gone for a 1-0 victory for Tranmere Rovers over Crawley Town, a 1-0 victory for High Flying Lincoln over Colchester, and a 1-1 draw between Swindon and Notts County. That's it for this week, folks. Hopefully you've enjoyed the show. If you like, subscribe to the channel, and we'll talk to you next week, where hopefully I'm in a much better mood and ready to celebrate Liverpool winning the title. But as I said, and also that we've overturned a 3-goal deficit against Barcelona. But in both cases, highly unlikely, despite all their hard work. But let's hope I'm wrong. And I'm very cheerful come this time next week. All the best, take care, bye-bye from Shane.